Hello, Patrick. I'm glad to see more essays from you. Let's get straight into your correction. Speed limit, best option for road safety improvement. Let's see what you said about this. Experts throughout both the developing and the developed world have debated whether restrictions about the speed limit, without the speed limit would make roads safer or not. Personally, I strongly agree with this opinion. I don't know what opinion you're referring to because you didn't talk about just one opinion. You actually talked about two different viewpoints. So that's not the best way to express this. Okay, and let me also say something else. It's not asking, the essay doesn't ask if it would make roads safer. The essay is asking if it's the best option. Okay, so that doesn't mean that you're entirely off topic, but you are supposed to address, like a really well-developed essay will address if it's the best option for road safety improvement. Okay, just think about that. All right, so moving on. It cannot be forgotten that introducing this restriction could bring some counterproductive implications. This essay will discuss both sides using examples from the UK government and Oxford University to demonstrate points and prove arguments. Okay, that part's fine. Moving on. On the one hand, there is ample evidence that lowering the speed limit might have detrimental consequences on drivers and pedestrians' safety. You could have actually done this without the apostrophe S and just used these words as adjectives, so driver and pedestrian safety, and that would actually be quite nice. The main reason behind that is pragmatic. By lowering the speed limit, the momentum of traffic will be slowed down, which can lead to massive disruptions. Following that, recent empirical research by the UK government demonstrated that drivers that have been stuck in traffic is missing here for longer than 30 minutes are twofold more likely. Okay, that's not correct. You want to say twice as likely to make irresponsible decisions, which can lead to fatal accidents. In comparison, yeah, no, this is wrong and this is correct. I don't know why you keep putting your corrections in parentheses, but no, this is the right spelling. In comparison to the drivers whose journey was not affected by a traffic jam. Okay. However, it cannot be forgotten that this issue might be figured out by the government's investments into solutions. I don't know what that means. Might be figured out? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Which would significantly reduce the chances of creating a traffic jam. Therefore, it is conclusively clear that lowering the speed limit can cause some unintentional implications, although they can be resolved by government contribution. Okay, you can't use although like this. If you want to put a comma after it, it has to be something like however. If you're going to use although, you have to have a whole clause. So although these can be resolved and then no comma, okay? On the other hand, although there is a case that lowering the speed limit might bring not really. You want to say although there is a case for, again, it doesn't work. Let's see. Although there is maybe justification for the view that lowering the speed limit might bring some detrimental implications, the positive impact of this change cannot be overstated. This is largely because of one crucial fact. The highest ratio of fatal car accidents was caused by excessive speeding. Okay. For instance, an excessive study by Oxford University showed that over 78% of the most dramatic car accidents were caused by inordinate speed. Consistent with this line of thinking is the fact that introducing this solution by a government would be easier and cheaper than implementing other solutions such as state-of-the-art CCTV TV systems, plural here, to control the traffic. Thus, it is possible to state beyond doubt that reducing the speed limit could quickly and efficiently reduce the percentage of fatal accidents. From the arguments and examples given, I firmly believe that implementing this law could positively affect road safety. However, the change should be supported by government's investments into reducing the traffic disruptions. Okay, so Patrick, reviewing this essay one more time, it's good. I mean, you've developed the topic, you've done a lot of good things, you've had a lot of good grammar, a lot of good cohesion, some good vocabulary. I just want to inform you about what for me is a problem here. And like I said in the beginning, it's a little bit, I don't want to say a misunderstanding of the task, but you're missing one of these key words in IELTS land, and it's this one. It's the best option. So you never actually addressed that. You said, yes, it can make, you know, roads safer, and then you discussed some of the disadvantages of it, but you never actually talked about it being the best. And I would have liked, I mean, if you were really aiming for a high task response score, you would want to address that, it being the best option. And if you don't think it's the best option, then you could have said it's a good option for XYZ reasons, but you know, I don't think it's the best option. I think maybe something else is better. Okay, but it's a fine essay in many respects. So let's take a look now at your task 1. Okay. Oh, thank you so much for putting this here. It's very helpful. Okay. The pie chart above illustrates pupils' preferences about a preference 4, or perhaps preferences 4. Yeah, I think 4 would be a better preposition here. 8, not 8 various subjects. You've already used the word 8, so you don't need the word various. It's either one or the other. And I think using 8 is a good choice there. So 8 subjects in New South Wales in 2014-2017. Overall, it can be clearly seen that during these periods, physics, math, geography, and biology were in the highest demand. Okay, fine. To begin with, the most transparent changes could be observed in the case of 4 different subjects. For the biology percentage, let's see. The percentage of those preferring biology increased nearly twofold to reach 24.1 in 2017. Following that, a similar pattern, so you're missing an A and you're missing an R here. A similar pattern could be observed in the choice of history, whose WHOSE popularity boomed by nearly 18% between these periods. On the contrary, maths and geography, which were, well, not one, but 2 of the most recognizable, most popular, so which were 2 of the most popular subjects in 2014, dropped from 27.3 and 27.7 to 12.2 and 18.7 respectively. Okay. On the other hand, fluctuations in the remaining 5 why 5? 5? You said just 8, and now you just talked about 4, didn't you? Let me double check. Biology, history, math, and geography. Yes, I don't know why you're saying 5. I thought it should be 4. No? Let's see. On the other hand, fluctuations in the remaining 5 subjects, okay, were not so prominent. Physics, chemistry, and IT remained broadly on the same level. You needed an at here. At 21.2, 0, and 1%, respectively. Interestingly, in this group, only PE marked a slight drop by 5% to reach 3.2 in 2017. Okay, let's see about this. I feel like you really missed an opportunity here to talk about the fact that chemistry didn't appear at all in 2017. That's an important piece of data to address. Let me see. Yeah, so that was a big deal. And let's see. History boomed. Okay, yeah. All right, that's fine. The other things you covered quite nicely. I like the way you organized your answer, actually. It was quite good. But like I said, you really should have mentioned what happened to chemistry, that it didn't appear at all in 2017. So you've done some nice things here. Good work on these essays today. Now, obviously, you need to correct them, return them back to us. Don't forget about your error correction list. I'll be waiting for your next set of essays, so I'll leave you to that task now. Good luck with your writing, and I'm looking forward to your next set of essays.